Are you working in a company that gives importance for professional development? Then you're lucky. But there is a possibility that some of us are not fortunate enough to be working in a company that pays a lot of importance for professional development and career development. In such a scenario, we need to find ways of fast tracking our career. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips so that you can fast track your career. Coming up. You might want to check out this video which I posted maybe a week or before that, and it speaks about how to develop a new skill in 2022. There are some very useful tips over there. Now coming back to the topic of today's discussion, how to fast track your career development or career growth. So the number one point that you want to know is, first of all, understand in your position, if you have not been very clearly given a job deliverable or key performance indicators have not been given to you, make an attempt to approach your boss, your immediate supervisor, your reporting manager, and try to list down those deliverables. Then you know what is the expectation from the company, from the organization, from your reporting manager. Suppose it is not given, then based on your own understanding, list them down. Suppose you happen to be a teacher and you happen to be a math teacher, then you can make a note of certain expectations that you think are from the school that where you're working. So let's take the example of the average scores of the students. How many students are expected to be performing above 95%? So there should obviously be no failures. And what should be the average score of the classes where you are teaching, and what's going to be the parent satisfaction score, or student satisfaction score, or a student feedback score, or any events that you are supposed to be participating, how many events you are supposed to take part, all some of these deliverables or key performance indicators. Write them down if you have not been already given, and then take your manager's approval, take your supervisor's approval on those things. The number 2 tip is to identify and writing down the skills that are necessary for effectively performing your duty or your task. Alright, so write them down, and once you have written them down, you need to assign some kind of a rating, maybe A, B, C, D, E. It can be a 5-point rating scale or a 3-point rating scale, or it can be 3, 2, 1, 3 being the highest and 1 being the lowest. So suppose you happen to be, let's say, working in a corporation, working in an office environment, and communication skill, customer handling, sales, if these happen to be the functions and the tasks that you are expected to perform, what are the skills required over there? So is conversion one of those? How to convert a customer, or how to convert an inquiry into sale? Well, if that happens to be one of the requirements, then if that happens to be the skills, one of the major skills, then you need to put in an effort to learn that particular skill very systematically and very, very effectively till you get mastery over that skill. The third tip is to make your boss notice you. It's not just by doing the work that you're doing. Let's take an example of a school. Let's say there are about 100 teachers in a school. It is possible that most of the teachers, about 90-95 teachers, are doing the jobs very well, whatever little job that has been assigned to them. But it is those teachers who usually come forward, who volunteer for additional work, who take up additional responsibilities, who are very keen on new initiatives, and who do not shirk away from work, and they would like to often come and interact with the bosses. It is those who get recognized and who have a chance of a far faster career progression than the ones who would like to hide behind their own secure environment. Now for the 4th tip. Every company, every organization has some very important skill sets required. Every company is probably embarking on a new journey. Every company is probably dealing with certain challenges and certain problems. Now identify what your company is facing. What's its current scenario? Is it having any challenge? Is it requiring any special skill sets by the people? So let's take the example of again a school maybe. Now the school which is being very conventional and traditional, it wants to embark on a journey of let's say technical transformation, like IT transformation. It wants to go digital. Now when you know that your school is going to embark on a journey of digital transformation, you have a greater chance of succeeding and making yourself indispensable or very relevant and important when you acquire digital skills much faster than the others. The fifth and the final tip for fast tracking your career is to seek good counsel and mentor. Now, you can't simply be going to somebody in your department or in your organization and just say, hey, come on, please be my mentor. Can you be my mentor? Now, that's going to put off the people. They may be scared. So there is a subtle way of actually making people seeking help from people or trying to get somebody to become your mentor. So it can be a casual conversation, maybe in department meeting, when there is a meeting, when there is a social gathering, when there is chai samosa kind of a thing happening. Just talk about things and then strike a conversation with an expert in your organization or in your department. So if when you strike a conversation and offhand, you can always bring up this point. See, hey, I'm looking for somebody to help me with this project. I'm actually trying to develop this skill, but I'm stuck over here. Is it possible for you to spare some time to help me? So when you ask something like this in a casual manner and without making it very obvious, and in that case, the chances of the other person accepting your request is going to be very high. So having a right mentor and seeking the right kind of help, it's going to go a very long way in fast tracking your career. Which of these 5 tips do you think is the most effective, or do you think there are so many other tips that can help people fast track their career? Do mention them in the comment section below. That's all on Mudgal's Musings this week. Thanks for watching this video. Like it if you like it, and do share the video among your friends and acquaintances so that they can also watch videos like this and get benefited by them. Till I see you next time, have a wonderful time ahead. Bye bye.